Itself, I confess I'm not a hydrologist, and all of you are. I'm basically trained in climatology, meteorology, but since I've been working with many hydrologists in several watershed management programs, both in Karnataka and here, and interacting with lots of experts like you, I've learned a few things and I'm trying to implement because I'm a practitioner. I represent a center called Bihar Mosam Seva Kendra, which is an operational center supporting all the line departments which are related to developmental activities. We provide them insight into the weather and the hydrometeorological condition, forecasting and so on. So in this background, the title itself, as it says, it talks about development and to make it sustainable, and water resources is the backbone for that. But in the context of Bihar, that itself has been an adverse condition. The water has been disrupting the developmental activity, making it less sustainable over the years, and the wetlands can act as a solution, nature-based solution, to address that problem. So what we are trying to do in Bihar is it's a systematic wetland improvement and management system, what we call as SWIM in Bihar. It's a small program initiated by Bihar Mosam Seva Kendra on the orders of, as mentioned by Chandrasekhar sir and our development commissioner sir as well. We are trying to do that. I would like to show a certain facts and figures, and then I'll show you what exactly we are doing in Bihar. So this is the density and the spread of surface water bodies. You can call them as wet. Some of them are wetlands and some of them are not. But in total, I take them as surface water bodies. They are more dense in the northern part of Bihar, little less in southern Bihar. And I also would like to highlight northern Bihar is flood prone and southern Bihar is drought prone. But we did an experiment thinking that what if there is no flood in northern part of Bihar? What would happen there? Then that we proved right what we were thinking that happened this year when the rainfall was less in Nepal and northern Bihar. So, and as sir already mentioned, there are thousands of wetlands, surface water bodies spread across Bihar. Then like there are different one linked to the rivers or away from the rivers. There are so many different types of wetlands are there, and they are all linked to the livelihood of the people, either in terms of makhana cultivation or fish farming and mushroom cultivation, these kind of things. But as you see, over the years, the number of wetlands has been declining, but now because of the government initiative, that is the trend, we are trying to reverse it. So, as you see, the retention time of these wetlands, the water holding capacity of these wetlands has been declining. They are far away from the normal. The last 15 years or 13 years of average, if you take, the current water holding capacity of the retention time is far away from that normal, and it is across the state that is what is happening. And because of the initiative of the government of Bihar, in the recent past we have added few more wetlands declared Ramsar sites. Now we have about 5-6 in the state. There are potential to increase them, add many more to the list. In the near future we will be doing it. This is how it shows, like water bodies are shrinking over the years, and it is becoming less and less. Water resources crunch is there. You can see we are using remote sensing to monitor them. I will not go into much of technical details, which you can see. This is one of the examples of one of the wetlands. It is in Katihar district, Gogabil. Recently, the DM of this district approached us can you give the remote sensing data for this particular lake? We did the analysis, not just we did give the image, we did the analysis and we gave the results, including what are the potentials attached to this lake. Now the developmental activities has been taken up by the district administration. So similarly, the developmental activities in and around Patna or any other major cities, if you take, that is also has been adding, it has been a factor reducing the number of wetlands and the surface water bodies. You can see this, it is either because of the climate change or developmental activities, anthropogenic activities, the number of wetlands has been declining or deteriorating. I'll just show you one examples, what we saw in this flood season. You can see as such, this looks like a nala, maybe because there was no water flowing in these nalas for some time. So they even constructed buildings in it. But this year in 2025 monsoon season, they became live and all the developmental activities washed away. So this kind of development, they cannot sustain unless we monitor these water bodies, because they have the potential to regain their area. So we have to keep a continuous watch on them, otherwise this is going to be the disruption. Similarly, see that nalas, it is going to be sad story if we get into the development of those things. And this is Falgu River. Since our childhood, we have been taught Falgu River is known for holding water only up to ankle. But see, in 2025 monsoon season, it was full. It was full for several weeks or almost 2 months, and there was flooding in either of both the banks of this Falgu River. And you can see this is one of the waterfalls. It's in the Jharkhand Bihar border, and this came to life to the full. And if you have taken up any developmental activities, that the water is not going to come in this one, this is going to get lost within around an hours. So this is what we saw in 2025. Prior to that, we hardly had this kind of activity in that area. So we have to keep a continuous clear watch in that area. So keeping this in the background, we have taken up a program called SWIM, Systematic Wetland Improvement and Management System. For that, what we are doing is, we have developed a monitoring mechanism like weather monitoring system. We have every block, we have a weather station, and every panchayat, we have a rain gauge station. We collect the data of all these parameters from all these stations. Of course, at panchayat level, we collect only the rainfall, but at block level, we collect all these parameters. And these are very high resolution data, both in terms of space and time. We analyze them at near real time, map them, identify the vulnerable areas in terms of any hazardous condition, and then this data is helping us to monitor the distribution of rainfall at a very micro scale. You can see, if we look at it at district level, it would look everything good, but if you look at block level or panchayat level, it has a different story. This kind of micro level, very high spatial temporal resolution data we are able to collect. I'm showing you this year how the monsoon distribution, the rainfall distribution was. In the month of August, most of the northern districts which are prone to floods were having deficit or large deficit rainfall. You can imagine, we could not have imagined these districts will one day get water supplied through tankers. In the peak monsoon months, the water was supplied through tankers in these districts. And at the southern Bihar, which is known for drought-prone, hit areas, they were flooded very frequently during the monsoon season in 2025. So this kind of shift in terms of distribution, we have to capture, and we are trying to do that. And also, we are trying to see monitor all the surface water bodies. As sir said just now, we are using the remote sensing technique to monitor all the surface water bodies continuously. It's an eye in the sky. We monitor on daily basis, near real time, whether it is the infrastructure around it, whether it is critical or public or private, and the agriculture areas. All these are being monitored continuously, and with the help of the meteorological data as well. See, critical infrastructure, we can monitor to the highest level, very high resolution SAR images we are using. Now we have started mapping all the surface water bodies. Initially we were thinking of going by 2.5 hectares and above, but on the orders of sir, we have started even counting, monitoring all the surface water bodies less than 2.5 hectare as well. In the days to come, maybe in a year or two, we will be having all the data about all the surface water bodies, not only their area, their capacity, their turbidity, their water condition, and also we will be assessing their potential in terms of various activities. So that shall be used for the developmental activities in and around. There is a department, Public Health Engineering Department, who monitors the groundwater level. We would like to bring that also into the same platform, so that the entire system of hydrological data will be on single platform, and it can be used by any department for any other purposes. So in the few years time, you will be seeing this data working in Bihar. Some of the work is already done. Based on all these data, we will be prioritizing which surface water bodies, whether you call it as wetland or not, which one to be targeted, treated and rejuvenated, so that we can have them in a long term, get the benefit of them. These are the methodologies we are going to use. I'm not going to more details of this one, but based on these characterization, we will be prioritizing them, taking the help of different departments. We will be working them to working towards restoring them, rejuvenating them. Ultimately, our goal is use these wetlands as a nature-based solution for either flood control or for the drought management. But there is one more major problem in Bihar, which is drowning. More than 1,000 lives are lost every year because of drowning. This is mainly because these water bodies are not monitored or managed. So once we have an eye on them, we are very much hopeful we will be able to bring down these loss of lives in Bihar, which will be a major boost as a flood, as a disaster management tool. So with that, I would like to say thank you once again to all of you for listening to me, and if you have